Imagine owning a home in Malacca for just 250,000 ringgit. Sounds impossible. For thousands of Malaysians, Prima made it happen. But how effective is it really? Let's break it down, from its biggest wins to the hurdles young buyers still face. What if I told you that owning a home in Malaysia's hottest cities could cost less than your monthly rent? Meet Prima, the game changer for affordable housing. Prima is an affordable housing project under the Prima Act 2012, and their main mission is to plan, develop, and provide the people of Malaysia with affordable and high-quality homes inspired by modern living concepts for middle-income Malaysians. Here is one of the most successful Prima project that undergoes in the city of Malacca, which is Residency Klabang. This is the site plan. And here are the floor plan within the Residency Klabang. And last but not least, the main feature that Prima project include to gain more community and family-friendly activities. Now come the crucial part where Prima's stakeholders or third parties that involved in the making of this successful project. First and foremost, the government and regulatory bodies which include Prima Malaysia as the main agency for this project. Prima role are to oversee the project planning, pricing, and buyer eligibility. Then we have Ministry of Housing and Local Government, KPKT, which play the role and provides policy direction and funding. Further on, we have CIDB, Construction Industry Development Board, to enforces construction standards. And lastly, local councils, MBMB for Malacca, which are needed to approve land use and infrastructure. Next, we have the developers and contractors. The master developers is under Makeway Development Sendirian Berhad, which they lead construction and financing. Then we have the construction firms, that is Kasuma Sendirian Berhad, that execute building work with the approval CIDB certificate. And lastly, the subcontractors, Great Formwork Sendirian Berhad, that have specialized trades such installing the exterior compartment of building. After that, we have financial institutions. First and the main is the Bank Pembangunan Malaysia that provides low-interest Prima loans. Other than that, we also have EPF, Employees Provident Fund, that allows withdrawals from Account 2 for down payments. Next, move on to the consultants and designers, which in this project we have architectural firms that is under Kasuma's and CIDB Malaysia to ensure structural safety. For example, wind load calculations for high rises and safeness of environment around. Lastly, we have the material suppliers, which they use three big companies, such as Anglian, Concrete Malacca, Sendirian Berhad for concrete supply, Makeway Housing, Sendirian Berhad for glass and aluminium supply, and Great Formwork Sendirian Berhad for scaffolding supply. Into the next part where we discuss about the strength and weakness of PRIMA project. There are several strengths that we could clearly see when we talk about PRIMA project, which first of all must be the affordability for middle income groups. Project PRIMA always provide below market pricing, within 20 to 40% cheaper than private developments. Next, strategic locations. Most of their projects are near urban centers with easy access to highways or public transport. Furthermore, we know that PRIMA provide with quality standards, and it shows the crucial role of CIDB Malaysia to meet minimum construction and safety standards. Next is the government support and incentives. They provide Malaysian people with subsidies and reduced land costs, and waive developer fees, lower unit prices. Finally, the community-centric design, where PRIMA add features like shared facilities as parks, playgrounds, saras, and sometimes retail lots. Further on, let's talk about the weakness of it. First, we have delays in completion, for example. Projects like PRIMA Bandar Kenrara faced 3 to 5 year delays due to funding and also contractor problems. Next, we have limited unit availability. A project with low price, of course, come with high demand. Generic designs and space constraints are also one of their weaknesses, as owners could not customize and need to stick with small space and basic design. Next is maintenance and build. Quality issues most cases owner went through post-handover problems like leaks, cracks, or poor plumbing in some projects. Finally, location trade-offs. Some projects are far from city centers with underdeveloped infrastructure like PRIMA Sermon. Jumping to the next part, let's talk about CIDB's crucial role in setting design standard. First and mainly enforcing construction standards, CIDB must follow mandatory compliance to regulate designs under the Uniform Building Bylaws, UBBL, and MS, Malaysian standards, and also using an approved materials. Next, CIDB promotes sustainable and safe designs as Green Building Index, GBI, that encourages energy-efficient layouts like natural lighting and ventilation in PR1MA homes. Moreover, CIDB try to adopt Industrialized Building System, IBS, in the project, as it helps reduces defects and increase efficiency of work progress. They also need to approve architectural and engineering plans. CIDB also important for training and certification to ensure skilled workforce as they train contractors in modern techniques. For the next part, let's us dig why it is important to choose the right materials. First of all, it is for safety to avoid collapses or fires that could happen. Next, to maintain durability of the building, like withstands weather condition and aging. The right materials also help with cost efficiency by less maintenance. Lastly, sustainability, as we must protect environment with eco-friendly materials. For the next part, we will talk about practical ways to overcome getting an affordable house. The first way we could afford an affordable house is by financial and policy reforms. In Malaysia, there is a targeted subsidies for first-time buyer that grants one-time cash aid about 10,000 ringgit for millennials earning less than 5,000 ringgit a month, funded by property windfall taxes. Next, we have flexible ownership models, in which PRIMA just newly announced a couple years ago for rent-to-own program, RTO 2.0. There is also digital and administrative upgrades, where transparent ballot system is applied so the public ledger to prevent favoritism in unit allocation. And finally, private sector partnerships that help corporate guarantor programs like TNB or Maybank could sponsor employee home loans tax deductible for firms. As for conclusion, PRIMA has democratized homeownership for Malaysia's middle class, blending affordability, location, and sustainability. While challenges remain, its model, coupled with smarter policies and tech-driven reforms, can further bridge the housing gap for future generations.